Hello guys, Techmaster back with another video. So today we are going to be comparing the iPhone 15 Pro, the new titanium iPhone, to the previous iPhone 14 Pro, which is still a great value in the used market, and then the 13 Pro. Um, yeah, so obviously if you have all the money, go for the 15 Pro, but the 14 Pro is a really good phone. And I would highly recommend keeping it. Do not upgrade to the 15 Pro. It doesn't really make sense. But yeah, let's compare the differences. Whoa, my bad. So they all have 6.1 inch displays with ProMotion, but the 14 Pro and 15 Pro have an always on display in the dynamic island, which the 13 Pro obviously doesn't have. They all have, well, the 15 Pro has titanium and an action button. The 14 Pro and 13 Pro have a regular size switch with stainless steel. And then the 14 Pro and 15 Pro get the dynamic island, which I like a lot better than the hideous notch. And then the 13 Pro gets the A15 Bionic chip with the 5-core GPU. The iPhone 14 Pro gets the A16 Bionic with a 5-core GPU. And then the 15 Pro has a A17 Pro chip, which is, obviously it's not much quicker than the A16, but it is their first Pro chip. And it has a 6-core GPU and all that sort of stuff. Now, in terms of cameras, the 15 Pro is obviously going to have the best camera, but the 14 Pro still has the same 48 megapixels. Unfortunately, it doesn't default to 24 megapixels. That's not an option on the 14 Pro, so you only get that with the new 15s. So you can do 48 megapixels, but yeah, you have the automatically 24 megapixels auto default. In terms of optical zoom options, it gives the 14 and 15 Pro an extra optical zoom option with there being a 2x button, but it still doesn't really matter. Now, this is one of the bigger differences in terms of the emergency features. The 14 and 15 Pro get emergency SOS via satellite, crash detection, and roadside assistance. Powered battery, the 14 Pro, I would say, probably has the worst battery life out of three. I mean, it definitely has the most battery degradation so far. The 15 Pro has this a little bit of a bigger battery. It has the same rate of battery life, but the 14 Pros, again, I've probably commented on some other videos. The 14 Pros have major battery degradation problems. Over the last year, people have gone down to like 88%. Some for even the regular 14, I've seen it, and that's really not a good, really bad for these 14s, because that means like 2 years it's really not good. So I mean, yeah, Apple really needs to fix this. The 13 Pro doesn't have battery degradation, and the 15 Pro just got it. So again, 14 Pro will probably have the worst battery life, especially if it's secondhand now. But no matter what, they're still probably get you mostly through the day. Unless your 14 Pro is like under 90%, then it probably will not get through the day. But either way, pretty decent. They all have Face ID, they all have 5G, they all have Ceramic Shield, all that. The same storage options up to 1 terabyte. Let's go over so the display differences. Obviously, the 14, 15 have Dynamic Island, HDR display, all of them have them. Always on. 2000 nits outdoor brightness for the 14 Pro and 15 Pro. Now, in terms of weight, the 15 Pro is the lightest for sure. 187 grams compared to 206 and 204. 14 Pro is the heaviest. So, yeah. Especially those large cameras and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, let's see. The chip is obviously, you know, the A17 Pro chip's not it's much better. It's a Pro chip, but it's not much faster than the A16. But with that being said, it's an absolutely ridiculously powerful chip, especially with the ProMotion display. If you get the 15 Pro, it'll feel a lot faster than the 15 regular, but you might be okay with that regardless. They all have a photonic engine. I'm pretty sure the 15 does too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that does have a photonic engine. I just had to check myself. Yeah, they all have a photonic engine except for the 13 Pro. The 15 Pro has Smart HDR5. The new Smart HDRI obviously comes on the regular 15 as well. So with next generation, HDR content. They all have ProRAW, macro photography, all that sort of stuff. Photographic styles, night mode portraits. Just look at the oh wow, night mode portraits are only on the Pro models. I didn't realize that. Okay then. Well, anyway, with that being said, so video recording, the 14 15 have action mode, which is actually really cool because you can like get action scenes if you've seen in the 14 Pro ad on YouTube. There is a really good stunt ad with like flips and all that sort of stuff where they show off the action mode, and it's really cool. We get cinematic mode up to 4K on the 14 Pro and 15 Pro versus 1080p. Emergency, we already talked about that. Gigabit LTE, 5G. The 15 Pro will definitely have the best 5G coverage, and it has Wi-Fi 6E because it has the latest like 5G chip in it. Let me see. The 15 Pro. The 15 Pro. I was just checking the regular 15 does miss out on some like internal features as well. The 15 Pro has Wi-Fi 6E. Bluetooth 5.3. Next generation ultra wideband chip. So yeah, like I said, the 15 has the latest 5G chip. So if you were comparing this to like an iPhone 12's coverage, it would have better coverage because the 12 had like the first or second 5G chip in it. So yeah, if we go down here, scroll down, Siri, power and battery. Their 15 Pro and 14 Pro are rated the same, but like I said, the 14 has battery issues. So like I said, if you've had this phone and it's not looking good, it's probably not going to get you through the day. But yeah. So sorry everyone, that was just an announcement for my school on the speaker. So out of these, I would probably recommend honestly still getting the 15 Pro if you have the money, because the new titanium, the the USB-C port, and I've talked about that a lot. The titanium USB-C, the slightly better camera, because there definitely is differences, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, the A17 Pro chip. I don't know why I had to look down at that. There are definitely some upgrades with the 15 Pro, but otherwise, I would probably recommend going for the 14 Pro if you really don't want to risk the battery issue. The 13 Pro is also pretty good, but the 14 Pro is way better than the 13 Pro in my opinion. I mean, the 13 Pro is a great phone if you can get it for like under $600, but if you're still spending the same amount as a 14 Pro, that doesn't really make sense, because yeah, it's just, I don't know. The 14 Pro is just such a great phone. No, it's always been such an amazing phone. And the fact that you can buy this phone for like under $700 sometimes, or like maybe around $750 or $700, I don't really know exactly, but it's cheaper than the 15, which is, if you want to save money, the 14 Pro is a great buy because it has a lot of benefits over the 15. I just went for the 15 personally. I had the option to get the 14 Pro, but I didn't want to risk the battery problem, and I wanted to have like USB-C and stuff. So yeah. So anyway, though, the 14 Pro, excellent choice. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Make another one.